was an epic spot, and I don't use that word lightly for camp spots. I was glad we were able to find it, and it was right on the national park border, so that was cool. So now we're headed to the world famous Hat Creek to do some trout fishing, and I'll pick this back up when we get there. I'm just driving on fire service roads now. There's really nothing to see here. The washboards out here in Lassen, well, compared to other ones, they're not that bad. I didn't even air down, so that's cool. But I'll see you guys at Hat Creek when we got the rods out. Hopefully we got some fish in our hands. So all I'm running is a bobber to keep me floating and a little leader line with 2 little egg weights on it just to get the line down there. And then I just got a small number 10 hook, and I'm going to put some salmon eggs on there and just drift it down the stream into one of these water breaks and see what happens. And I'm just using Pautzke's gold label salmon eggs. And then I got some orange ones too, just in case these don't work. And all we're gonna do is let the line drift and the bobber do the work for us. There's a nice water break on the other side of that stump. So I'm thinking maybe there's some trout holding behind that water break. So I want to try to get behind it, and hopefully I don't get snagged. But let's give it a try. Too long. I gotta shorten my bobber up. Alright, we landed right in that break. Maybe there's a fish in there. Man, there's gotta be some fish in that pocket. Jeez, it's about time. I was just gonna quit too. Oh, he's stuck. Huh? Can you see him? What? He came out. It's big. It's good size. Good enough. I'll take it. That's a nice trout. Oh my God, I worked for that fish. Jeez. All right. Storm clouds came out, dude, and the bite turned on. It had to be. Come on. Slippery. Oh. Nope, 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 nope. No, no. Oh, that's a nice rainbow. Wow, what a pretty fish. Thank you. Back to the water. What a relief. Thunderstorm just rolled in and started raining. Not bad, but not even enough to knock the dust down. So now we're just down at the base of Mount Lassen, kind of in some flat stuff. We're looking for tonight's campsite. We're just gonna keep it low key tonight. Probably gonna fry up a steak and try to get some cool shots of Mount Lassen off in the distance. But we fished for 6 hours almost today. It was rough. But Hat Creek wasn't easy, that's for sure. At least not today, it wasn't. But as soon as the cloud cover came out from the storm, they started biting. Then I caught one, and then Chris caught one too. But we released them. So now we're gonna go find camp and chill out, take it easy. This is gonna be our last night. Then we're gonna get up in the morning, head home. I'm tired of washboard roads too now. They're not that bad at Lassen though. They're a lot worse in the Eastern Sierra. Out here, the washboards aren't as bad. At least the ones I've been on. So all the Lassen Adventure Trail washboards, they're not bad. I didn't even air down on this whole trip yet, which is crazy because I always do. I'll check back in as soon as we find camp. So we ended up finding a real nice camp. We're at the base of Mount Lassen, and we're right on Hat Creek where we've been fishing all day. I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight with that creek going off in the background. But I'm super pooped from fishing all day. Chris already has his camp set up because he doesn't have to worry about making videos. And there's a huge thunderstorm right now over Mount Lassen, which is even adding to the coolness of it. So I'm gonna get camp set up and then maybe cook a steak or something. I don't know, but there's something about cooking a ribeye in a thunderstorm that's comforting. Welcome to Paul's Ribeye Bar. There we serve 100% prime ribeye. If you ever come camping with me, you'll find out what that's about. Perfect.